I really wanted to do this video in the dark with my candle. I have a candle right here. I've been relaxing, if you can see it on camera. I did find out that when I had that dream and I was connecting with some of my friends on Twitter, some of my soul tribe friends and all that on Twitter, that I had a feeling that it was a full moon or something like that. I've really been tracking it heavily. I've been tracking what's been happening very heavily. And I don't want to make this video too long because I really want the message to be straight to the point. And I really hope that you all are taking really good care of yourselves. That's, the number one priority that I say to all of you, is to take care of yourself and your loved ones. Try not to get caught up in all the energy. And if you're watching this video on the day of the full moon, I just want to say to not be afraid, okay? There's nothing to be afraid of. There really is nothing to be afraid of. Everything happening right now, I've said, months ago, weeks ago, there's been a lot of, solid information out here about what's going on. And I'm not surprised in the slightest. I really and truthfully am not surprised in the slightest, you all. And I hope that all of you who have, you know, really been aware and tapped into my videos, that I speak about certain, downloads I get and, what's happening in the world. I really hope that you guys are not just hearing, but listening. And then, you are supposed to use your own intuition. That's the whole thing that people kind of skip out on. You're supposed to use your own intuition. Anybody anywhere, especially on television, can say things, but it's supposed to be up to your gut feeling as to what's true, what's not true, and how to navigate through the times we're living in. I saw a lot of people on social media were complaining about the gas prices. Everybody's basically losing their mind over the fact that the gas is almost, if not already, over $5. There's baby formula shortages, which it seems like the twisted truth is that they're withholding formula with Americans, because the word on the street, okay, is that Canada has a full house, okay, has a full house, and if you tweak some settings, you can actually see that there is these products, but they're just not showing it for America. I think me and other people, a lot of people, I would say at this point, have been saying online that there is not going to be a lot of things that people are used to. I believe in my very first video that I made, I think it was either last year or the top of the year, I did a prediction reading, which I normally do, but I think with the current climate, I think you all can tell I've been trying to be very selective with my own energy. There's been a lot happening with YouTube for a while now. I'm sure there's a lot of different agendas at play, and you kind of just have to, be aware that sometimes, these platforms can use you for their own agenda and whatnot. So that's quite disturbing, but that is a reality. And not until you take a step back do you really see, or can you really grasp the gravity of what's happening right now. So I do recall telling you all in that very first video, top of the year, that people were going to be selling all these luxury cars off. People were going to be wanting to go back to, carpooling and public transport and all this type of stuff. I told you all that there was going to be this crazy wave of people moving away from what they know, how they used to live, because to sustain the way they live would not make any sense. To sustain the way they go about spending money would not be sustainable. And so when I see people getting angry over, and getting kind of like shocked over what's happening, it lets me know that a lot of people still are not aware of the control. They're not aware, but they want people to spend more because they can. It may not even be down to a so-called political issue. It literally just may be that certain companies want to make more money. And so because they can make more money, they're going to charge what they want to charge. And it's up to the consumer, it's up to the buyer to buy it. So, if you're used to buying a certain brand of food at $11.20, and then the next week they want to put it up to $20.22, that's up to you. You know what I'm saying? And I think that people have been saying for a long while now to plant your own food, to stock up. I've heard this message from, I think, 2018, to be fair. So, I'm just going to say it, plain and simple. Do what you got to do. If you've not done certain things, if you've not put certain money aside, you've not done certain things, go ahead and go about your business and do it, because they're not going to stop anytime soon. There's not going to be this overnight quick fix. Nobody knows if there's going to be another lockdown or a certain variation of a lockdown. Like, we have to think like that. Anything can happen. They can pull any rabbit out of the hat at any time. And we should not be surprised, especially people who are in tune and have their own spiritual gifts. We should not be surprised. So one of the messages I feel led to give you all is, when it comes to this social media thing right here, when it comes to, what you're fixating your energy upon, keep in mind that during this time, a lot of people need to break out of certain karmic cycles. That's like the whole theme right now, is like, keeping what needs to be kept and sustained and maintained and loved and taken care of in your life, and then letting go of things that don't. And that does include connections. That does include certain kind of beliefs that we have in our mind. Religion is a big one, but a lot of people don't like to talk about that. But there's just a lot that we have to strip away and take away from ourselves in order to be our best selves, in order to be the healthiest version of ourselves. And it's not until we take responsibility and take our power into our own hands that any of this will get accomplished. Like, period. Don't expect the bad guy to be a good guy. It's never going to happen. Don't expect a narcissist in your life to be an empath, to overnight become this angel. Chances are it's not going to happen. So what I really feel with the Scorpio full moon energy as well, what it's saying is to see people, see things for what they are. Don't try to sugarcoat it. Don't try to suppress it. Look at it for what it is, and if you're trying to get somewhere in life, if you're trying to achieve something in life, if you're trying to change your life, take responsibility. I shared a very powerful dream about with the number 444 yesterday. I know a lot of people are kind of scared of getting into all that type of stuff. I'm not. I'm very open with like communication, all that. So I know certain people are going to be, about that life, and other people are just not ready. They're just not even on that level. So we can't, we can't expect nothing different. So what I'm saying is, This is not the time to be falling into karmic traps, karmic debt. This is not the time to be hanging on to people who need to be dispelled from your life, who need to be out of your life. Okay, it's really time now to make some space. And I also want to say in this video, this very short video, I'm going on 10 minutes now. I don't want to make it too long of a video because I've done a lot of messages in the past couple of days, and like I said, you got to be very selective with energy these days. It's creepy out here. And what I want to say in short is, for those of you who are creatives, you have known spiritual gifts, you know who you are, like, you know who you are. Just be very careful of getting trapped. You know what I'm saying? And just be very careful of how much energy you are giving, because, it doesn't have to be a thing where you're always showing up for everything else and everybody else, but you're not showing up for yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not present for yourself. You're burning yourself out. And what I've noticed is, especially in times like this, when you burn yourself out, it takes so much longer to replenish. It's harder to bounce back. Versus if you're just being true to what your guides, your ancestors, your higher self are telling you, which is pace yourself, right? If there's a resistance, if there's something, saying to you, don't do this or don't do that, or, edit this or hide this. Like, if there's something just within your soul, your gut telling you, hey, pump the brakes on this a little bit, listen to that. You know what I'm saying? Don't listen to the voice that's saying, that feels negative. Always listen to the voice or the feeling, or the guidance that feels like love. You know what I'm saying? That's what I've learned, is like, it's always in love. It's never gonna be in an energy of you talking down to yourself and you judging yourself and you doubting yourself. It's always gonna be in the voice of pure, clear, crystal clarity, love. It's always gonna be in a loving manner. Okay, so this is exactly why there's been things, that I've wanted to do, you know what I'm saying, that I've shared with you all, and a lot I have not. And it's simply because there's a shift, you know what I'm saying? There's a huge shift going on right now. And, don't worry. Like, what I want to say, like, is don't worry. You know what I'm saying? Not just the ancestors, but the higher beings at play will take care of it. If there's somebody who did you wrong, don't worry. You know what I'm saying? If there's some truth that is being hidden from you, don't worry. Like, it will come out. Trust me when I tell you, like, it will be known. You don't have to second guess it. So if you're in a season right now in your life where you want to grow, you want to be better, just take what I'm saying with a grain of salt, and think of, your own scenario, because that's what I advocate. I advocate you thinking for yourself and you doing what's best for you, right? I'm just sharing off a collective message, basically, is what I would say is, do what feels right. You know what I'm saying? Do what feels right for you. But I definitely feel like, for people who are really getting caught up in a lot of, 3D stuff right now, and they're getting really caught up in the rat race and all types of stuff, like, chill out. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is not going anywhere. Like I told you all in other videos, like, the train has already left the station. The shift in consciousness, what's happening right now with the planet, it's not slowing down. It's only going to accelerate. So if you've not been, I'll put it this way. If you've been struggling to, like, really, deal with all this energy, like, wait until the end of the year, wait until next year. Like, it's just only going to accelerate. So that's why I'm saying, adjust, take it easy, take care of yourself. If you want to help people, but don't help people at your own detriment. You know what I'm saying? Protect your loved ones, protect yourself. You know what I'm saying? Protect your energy. Be selective with your energy. This is not the time to be wasting energy, like, this quote is what I was thinking of, like, recently, like, somebody renting space in your head for free is crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't let anything rent space in your head for free. You know what I'm saying? This is your mind. This is your heart. This is your energy. And you got to own it. You know what I'm saying? So listen to your body, listen to your heart, observe your mind. Not every thought that comes in your mind is of yours, of your doing, is positive. And you know what I'm saying? Choose the path for you that seems best. But I just want you all to know that I'm aware. You know what I'm saying? I remember I did a video, I think maybe about a couple months ago, I was filming the gas stations and I was showing you all this stuff, and I'm like, bruh, like it's not even stopped. I remember people complaining about 3.99 gas, 4.20 gas. It's basically over $5. I mean, look at what they're doing. Look at how they're treating, the own citizens of America. For example, it's not just America that this is happening to, but because a lot of us aren't America, you know what I'm saying, or born America, I'm using it as an example. But I'm just saying, look at how far they've taken it. And that's why I'm saying the whole baby formula thing, regardless of what you think about certain, topics and issues when it comes to, all this other stuff, they've not stopped. You know what I'm saying? They've extended it to almost everything you could think of, every household item that people need. And then we still have people confused as to why the factories are burning down out of nowhere, and why all these big wigs are trying to buy all these social media platforms right in our face, right in our face. So don't let anything surprise you. Don't let anything rob your joy, is what I want to say. When you see these prices, when you see these people talking smack on the television, on these news stations, all this stuff, don't be surprised. Like, don't even bat an eyelid. I can't even tell you all the last time I've watched the news. Now, when I say that, I mean, I know information, I will read an article, but I'm not going to sit in front of a television and have somebody keep putting all this negative energy in my house, in my room, in my space. So when certain people say, "Oh, I don't watch the news," don't take it the wrong way. People are not stupid. They still get information, right? They're still getting updates. But they're not getting it in the same way maybe the average person would. You know what I'm saying? Like with me, I will take out the actual uh, information that's needed. I'm not gonna just sit there and have people show me this fake stuff and argue amongst themselves and then put that energy in my space. I don't want that energy in my space. And I just think that, it's very important to observe the times we're in. I think yesterday, I think I made it very clearly. I was like, you know what? I had to come to a point, I'm saying on a personal level, where I had to just accept, that things are not going to be the same. You know what I'm saying? Things may never be the same again. And we have to just go with the flow. We have to create our own flow, is what I would say. And then go with the flow. We don't have to bow down to what they're saying. We don't have to let our household be saturated with all this negativity. Because to be honest with you, even if you want to invest in the stock market, even if you want to make, extra money, no shame, no deed on that. I mean, everybody, in this current system we're in, for the short time we're in it, you need money, or you need certain kind of crypto or whatever else, or NFTs, and the list goes on. But overall, it's still a trap. You know what I'm saying? It's still a trap, but it's a system that they've created that we need to buy goods, to buy resources. Unless you can create your own, that's what they do. That's what we use, right? So what good is it of just sitting, by a TV or even a computer or your phone and just taking all that in? And there's something that's empowering you. There's something in that that's making you excited to go to work or whatever you do. It's just making you feel low. So when you feel low and when you feel trapped and when you feel like you're not being heard, that's not where you should be. You should feel empowered. You should feel like, okay, you know what? I can make this happen. Regardless of what the world is going through right now, I'm still going to press the mark. I'm still going to move forward. And that's been my attitude, you know what I'm saying? And yes, rest, you know what I'm saying? Get your rest, get your hours of sleep that you need. Don't neglect your health, chasing the almighty dollar. I'm not going to be I'm not going to be the person to tell you, don't hustle, don't work hard. But I'm also not gonna be the kind of person to tell you to neglect your health in order to chase that kind of money. You know what I'm saying? I've had my experiences of working multiple jobs and doing all types of stuff just to like feel like I'm you know, doing something productive. And every single time I've not been aware of my body, and I've done those, you know, I've put myself, my body through that. It's never really been worth it to me. You know what I'm saying? Some people, they don't mind being sick every couple of days because they work nonstop, they never sleep, they're having energy drinks and this and that and this and that. It's not healthy. You know, the bottom line is it's not healthy. But like I said, to each one's own. But I just want to give you guys a little stream of clarity, you know, for those right now who are feeling what's happening. I just want to say, don't worry about it. You know, when it comes to these eclipses, when it comes to the retrograde, don't worry about it. In fact, people are freaking out over the retrograde. This has been the chillest retrograde for me ever. I've been most productive ever. I've gotten so much done, so much housework done. I've got so much stuff done because I'm not in the hype. You know, a lot of what they spoon feed us is hype. And it's to make our body go out of whack, so we get stressed out, we go for the wrong kind of food, we think like garbage, we talk like garbage, and then we wonder why what's happening is happening. So we have to get back control of how they're trying to control us. And that goes down to relationships, you all. You know, I gotta say it, you know, stop trying to be in relationships that are draining you. All because you want to say you have a man, or you want to say you get a bunch of bitches. You know, for you guys out here, like, stop playing these little games, because guess what? It's going to come back and bite you. And I've seen it in real time. And that's why I'm saying, don't pay it no mind. Don't pay it no mind. If with online, offline television, don't matter. Like, go towards what is feeding you, what is making you better, and take away the things that are not. You know, and this video can only help you be better, and can only encourage you to keep being better, because everything I'm saying in this video is out of love. And I'm telling you all, the truth is that if you think $5 or $4 or $7 is high, you just wait and see. You just wait and see. You know, and this is why I'm numb to it, where people are you know, cursing, you know, putting the pump in their car, cursing, you know, putting Biden stickers on the gas. Don't say y'all didn't see it. You know, where I live, at least, people put I did that Biden stickers. They put stickers of Biden everywhere because they're angry, bro. And the thing is, what did you expect? Like, no offense, like, it's, to me, it's funny. So, you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. But let's not waste our energy trying to state the obvious. Let's not waste our energy trying to feed into the obvious. You know, if somebody's corrupt, they're corrupt. If a system has been corrupt from the beginning of time, it's going to be corrupt. So there really should be no even, I almost feel, debate about it no more. Like, to be honest with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is. But, you know, are you going to manage your money? Are you going to manage your time? Are you going to manage your resources? Are you going to manage your energy right? Just because you got a tax return, or you got a stimulus, or you're getting paid, don't mean you got to spend 2,000, 3,000 on useless ish. Like, for real. You know what I'm saying? That comes down to people. That comes down to personal choice. I'm not saying that what they're doing is right. I'm just saying that they're playing in our face. You know, they're playing in our face, and people that are following the hype and getting sucked into these toxic trends and apps and all this stuff, and they're basically like a hamster on a wheel, and all their energy is being fed into their system like usual. They're getting used. They're being used. I gave you all an example of how, when I would do certain celebrity readings that were highly viewed, and I told you all, I felt like for what the creator does, they don't pay enough. And I'll keep saying that. And so if you know your worth, make your own website, make your own platform. Real talk, you know, put your money where your mouth is. Get creative, you know, start to put your content other places that will give you the value that you think you deserve. Period. So these are things that I want to say loud and clear. We're past, at least I'm past it, you know. Like, another example. Okay, another example was the whole passport situation with um with the pandemic, right? Where they were saying, they were talking about, oh, you must have a certain passport in order to travel, whatever, like that. And people were like, oh, that's never gonna happen, blah, blah. I kid you not. Like I told you all, you know, traveling is all that is, you know, this is a, you know, people want to travel. I was reading up on the requirements and all that. They were saying that if you don't have listen to this. They're saying if you don't even have certain shot, you can't even fly. You can't even go on a cruise ship. Now, whether I'm for that or not, whether I believe it works or not, don't matter. It's the fact that they're not giving you a choice. They're not even giving you, they're saying if you don't do XYZ, you can't even go on vacation. So to me, this is just, it's crazy. You know, to me, it's crazy. Whether somebody is for it or not, to me, is crazy. Because what if somebody doesn't want that? What if somebody is allergic? You know, there could be 1,000 reasons why a person may not want to get it, you know? So we just have to be aware that this is all games, okay? Life is like really a game, but of late, but this is, it's a game. It's a game. It's a game. And what these lower entities want and what the system wants is for you to buckle. They want you to be depressed. They want you to be reliant. They want you to be tired all the time. They don't want you to ever be happy and full of joy and vibrant. They don't want that. Be honest. They've never wanted that. So when you see certain agendas, certain things being rolled out in front of you, don't be surprised, y'all. You know, the fact that parents already had to pay these exorbitant fees to get these these boxes of formula, and now they're paying triple the amount, to me is absurd. But is it shocking? No, it's not shocking. You know, the shelf life of formula, I don't think is depending upon the brand, you know, we wish it was up to 4 years. You know, I've never really heard people say that, oh, you know, you could store a formula and it's going to be on the shelf for 4 years. I never heard that. I never heard that. So, you know, it's sad. You know, it is sad. But what I choose nowadays, you all, what I'm choosing to do instead is take care of my health and take care of me. Everything else is airy fairy dust, hot gas, BS. It really is, you all. It really is. And just stay close to people who love you, who are encouraging you, who are putting good energy in you. Stay away from people who are putting nothing but negativity over your life, speaking negatively in your life. Get rid of those people. You know, it's 2022, you know, year 3 of the pandemic, you know, stock market crash. Everything you could think of has happened. Get rid of these people. You know, that's really the message I wanted to bring you all. So, whatever happens next, whatever is coming up next, you all, from the crazy weather patterns, these crazy tornadoes, all this stuff going on in Asia, all these crazy things happening, the war, Ukraine, this, that. Don't be surprised, you know, just know that higher powers are dealing with it. You know what I'm saying? They're taking care of it, and that you're taking care of, you know. If you know you're being true to yourself, if you're being a good person, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're not hurting nobody, you will be taken care of. You don't have to worry about, oh, lack. What is lack? You know, stay in an abundance mindset. You know, keep on your toes, keep creative. You know what I'm saying? Keep pressing the mark. You know, even it may be harder to, you know, I'm gonna be honest with you. It may be harder to achieve your dreams. It may be harder to do what you want to do in this current climate we're in, especially if you're a business owner or you're a YouTuber, whatever the heck you are. You know, it's not going to be easy, but you have to be dedicated and you have to be serious about it. And you have to, like I said, trust your inner compass system, trust your inner guidance system. What is your heart telling you? What is your gut telling you? What are the even the numbers telling you? You know, if you when you work things out, what does it look like to you? You know what I'm saying? Be realistic. If it's not, you know, when I say be realistic, I mean be honest with yourself. That's what I really meant to say, is be honest with yourself. Don't, realistic is not the word I was looking for. What I mean is, like I said, doing what's best for you. Okay. So this is the reason why, you all, you know, I've been choosing to come in and out on YouTube. And, you know, you all know that I'm still unpacking, and we've just I've, you know, moved recently, and, you know, it's been great. You know what I'm saying? I've been using this retrograde to organize and to think beyond. You see what I'm saying? I've not been using this retrograde to be in this fear mongering energy and to let these evil powers that be, you know, change people's energy and joy. You know, keep your joy. If you could be joyous and happy in times like this, you can get through anything. You know what I'm saying? You really can. If you could find, you know, a reason to laugh, if you could find a reason to be grateful and have gratitude in your heart for where you're at right now in life, no matter what you've gone through, you've won. You know, just when 2022 comes to a close, this message is all you need. Just know that you've won, because you know what? You didn't die, you didn't buckle, you didn't break. And if you did break, you got back up, you got stronger. So that's all it is to it. You know what I'm saying? Just go with the vibe, and you know, the vibe is everything. And just be positive, you know, even if it looks crazy and silly. I mean, a lot of times on social media, people be fear mongering the heck out of these eclipses and all this stuff. And I'm like, honestly, it's been helpful to me. Like, it's been very helpful. I don't have a negative thing to say about this eclipses season or retrograde season or Pluto retrograde. I have nothing negative to say. Why? Because I've been on my path. I've been true to myself. Even if I felt like to other people they may have something smart to say, I don't care. Like, if it works for me and I'm feeling good and I'm living good, why do I care what people think about what I have to say, or even me, or even strangers or whoever or whatever? Why should I care? People are always going to have an opinion about you. People are always going to have something to say, but it's what you answer to. And if people, what people say you are agreeing with and your behavior is matching it up, you can't talk, because then that's what you are. But I'm saying you make that decision. You determine that. We all determine that, regardless of the economy, regardless of the political system. We all determine that within ourselves. So when someone's trying to talk down to you and suppress you, you have to understand that you have the power. See, you only fail when you think that you don't have power, when you don't think that you have another way out, or another strategy, another plan, another path to go down. That's when you so-called lose, is when you think that you can't make a way. You know, you can always make a way. Okay, so I love you all. Seriously, I don't even know who this message was for, but I just wanted to come on here and just give us a little bit of a reality check and be like, you know what? Everything's gonna be okay. You know, you watching me right now, I'm telling you, everything's gonna be okay. You know what I'm saying? Don't listen to these negative voices. You can observe something on social media. You can watch the whatever news station you want, honey. But let me tell you, they're not gonna help you. They're never gonna help you. And whatever they're telling you, most likely is a lie. So you have to just use this above all, is your heart. You know what I'm saying? And stay in the energy of love. I've seen my life dramatically change when I've stayed in that energy of love. You know, for real. Like, I've gotten in that energy of just love, and most importantly, love for myself. Most importantly, love for myself, and not letting anything or anybody get me down, because I got to take care of me and you got to take care of you. So that's the message, you all. I don't know who this was for. I really don't know. I wish I could tell you, but I just really felt led to tell you all that everything's going to be okay. Everything's going to be okay. You know, please believe what I'm saying to you. I know it looks bad, but like, if you believe for your life, that you're going to be good regardless, you will. But if you deep down think that you're going to faint, you're going to die in this season, you know, a lot of people have died. Look around, y'all. Look around. A lot of people have not made it. You know, and a lot of, and remember back in the day before when the pandemic first started, all these videos, all these, you know, people like ourselves were saying, people are not going to make it. People are not. It's true, though. It's true. So we should not be alarmed. This is the reality. You know, people are perishing. It's true. But are you going to perish? Am I going to perish? We're not. Because we don't think that way. We're going to rest when we're tired. And we're going to rise again. We're going to keep pushing again. But you got to give your body that time to breathe. You see, burnout and depression and all those negative feelings is because people don't give themselves time to breathe. They're trying to live up to somebody else's expectations and somebody else's view of them. And then that's when they faint. That's when they fall into a trap, because they're not being true to themselves. So it all comes down to, if you're being true to yourself and your body, you're taking care of this yourself. You know, it's very important. It's very, especially if you have kids during this time, it's very important. You know, don't neglect yourself. You know, put yourself first, because if you are not here, if you don't take care of yourself, how can you take care of your babies? And that's my perspective. I don't have no kids yet, but that's my perspective. When you take care of yourself first and you love on yourself, your kids will see that and they will respect you more. And on top of that, they will learn from you how to respect themselves. So it's like a chain reaction. It's like an example, basically. So I hope that I'm being a good example for you all too. It's like I'm telling you all, don't worry. You know what I'm saying? You don't spend what you can't spend. Don't do things that you know you can't do. Don't fool yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't fool yourself. If you go to the gas station, you can only put 30 bucks in. You can't put 100 bucks in if your car is big, you got a big Tonka truck. Don't fool yourself. Don't Why are you fooling yourself? Be reasonable. Okay? Maybe you have you know, not as much as coming in. You know what I'm saying? Your tank is expensive. To fill up your tank is expensive. Do 3/4, do a half. Maybe if you can't do a half, okay, then do a tenth, honey. What are you gonna do? Cry? Like, that's what I mean by be realistic. Like, a 3D is a 3D. It's always gonna be 3D and 4D. That's how it's gonna be. But you are the one, and your heart is the one that determines how you let it affect you, how you're letting all this affect you. I get away from the noise. I get away from the drama. I get away from all of that. I'm good on that. That was then, this is now. I'm good on all of that, honey. I'm good. You can have it. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't need that energy in my life. I don't need it. So I just wanted to tell you all that on the real. You know what I'm saying? You determine your reality. Even in these times, I know it's crazy to say it, but it's true. You can determine what information you put in and what you put out and how you respond to what's happening. You could choose to be calm like me. You could choose to be collected like me. You could choose to be focused like me, or you could choose to freak out like everybody else, lose your mind, get into depression. There's choices. You know what I'm saying? Happiness is a choice. Of course it is. Of course it is. Happiness and choosing gratitude is a choice. You don't have to be a multimillionaire to say that. You don't. You really don't. You could just be grateful. You could just be thankful and take care of what God did give you, what you were able to, with your own sweat, brown energy, produce and make. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to be a multimillionaire to be happy. Who said that? If that was the case, why are they killing themselves? You know what I'm saying? Why are they always depressed? Why are they always going on social media and Instagram crying on camera? Because not for no good reason either. Because that's not what makes them. You see what I'm saying? That's not what makes you whole in here. It's not. It's just a resource. And anybody with money will tell you that. It's just a resource. But how you spend your own money and how you live your life will show the fruit of your own tree, of your own labor. It will show over time. And if all you're doing is pumping it into negativity and pumping it into things with yourself, your own life, that is wasteful, then that's on you. Like, for example, a lot of celebrities, they got a lot of money, but do they ever put it in the right place? You have to question. They could have solved world hunger by now. They could have done a lot of things. But then, Elon Musk, we don't know if he's a good guy or bad guy. We don't know really what he is yet. I mean, a lot of us have our different thoughts about if he's an alien, or when I say alien, I don't mean like that. I mean, there's other things we think about him. Was he not trying to solve world hunger and then he made a sharp U-turn and he wanted to buy Twitter? That's what I'm talking about. It's priorities. It's where your heart's at. You see? And you could have all the handbags in the world, but if you're hollow, if you're empty inside, it's going to show. If you don't have self-respect, it's going to show. I'm telling you. So life experience, what I've observed with the world, social media, I'm just telling you all the facts right now. Don't get caught up in it. Don't worry about it. Like, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. If even people who now are gone, like, they're still fine. Think about it. Like, you'll be fine. You know what I'm saying? This life was designed. It's been designed already. So you don't have to worry about, oh, what's gonna happen next week. It's gonna happen regardless, honey. Like, it's gonna happen regardless. Gas could be $7 tomorrow. What are you gonna do about it? Cry? I'm not. I'm surely not. I'm going to put in my car what I can put in my car. I'm not going to follow nobody trying to make me feel guilty because gas is $7. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. Like, but see, that's all mine says. So anyway, I think you all get the message. I'm really happy I did this video. And for real, for those of you who just, you just want a reminder like, hey, I'm on the right track. I know what I'm doing. Slow. And I'm gonna end the video with this right here. Slow progress. Slow progress is better than no progress, right? It is. A little bit of progress is better than no progress. So when you think that you're not doing enough or you think that you're not whatever, don't think like that because you are. The reality is you are, as long as you're going in every little day, you're getting yourself ready, you're going that direction, you're pushing forward, you're making progress. You're making progress. So I always say, during these times like this, don't stress out. Don't put more in your body than it can bear. Just